Jey Uso will dethrone undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. The Judgment Day moving away from WWE Raw. WWE Raw suffers significant viewership setbacks. Drew McIntyre's return from injury update. Asuka unhappy in WWE. Solo Sikoa breaks silence after paying tribute to Yamaga, and more. Let's jump right into it. The Judgment Day moving away from WWE Raw. The Judgment Day has been a part of the Red brand ever since its inception by former leader Edge. However, the landscape of WWE has changed, and former SmackDown Tag Team Champion Dominic Mysterio hinted at the stable moving to the Blue brand. Earlier this year, the rated R superstar turned towards the dark side and created the Judgment Day. However, the group eventually outgrew the former WWE champion and accepted Finn Balor as their new leader by kicking the Hall of Famer out of the stable. After WWE Clash at the Castle 2022, Dominic Mysterio joined the heinous group by betraying his father Rey Mysterio and Edge. Speaking to Mike Jones, the 25-year-old superstar mentioned what's next for the stable. He also hinted that the faction could make its way to the Blue brand to face his father. "I'm definitely keeping my eye on my dad over on SmackDown. He's doing some things over there. Apparently, he moved over and got an Intercontinental title shot, so maybe I gotta make my way over there." It will be interesting to see if the group does move to the Blue brand and Dominic Mysterio gets to feud with his father. Before joining the Judgment Day, Rey and Dominic Mysterio were the first ever father-son duo to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships. The pairing defeated the Dirty Dogs to become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions before losing the title to the Usos. In September, Mysterio betrayed his father and joined the Judgment Day on the Red brand. Despite his betrayal sending his father all the way to SmackDown, Dominic continued his assault on Rey Mysterio. In the same interview, the 25-year-old superstar revealed why he chose to keep the Mysterio name. "The reasons that I am upset at him are not because of the Mysterio name. It's because of what he's chosen to do with the Mysterio name. So I think for me, I understand the value that the name carries, and I understand what he's done for the name. I think the Mysterio name needs to stay with me because I think I can take it to a level that Rey Mysterio hasn't taken." Which is something to be said because that is a global name, so we'll see. It will be interesting to see if Rey Mysterio gets his revenge on the stable and faces Dominic Mysterio in the future, potentially even at WrestleMania. What are your thoughts on the Judgment Day? Sound off in the comments section below. WWE Raw suffers significant viewership setbacks. Despite having Becky Lynch in the main event, the latest episode of Monday Night Raw saw a drop in viewership in the third hour. However, key demographic ratings have shot up compared to last week's show. The man faced Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in a triple threat #1 contenders match in the main event. While all three women put on a tough fight, Little Miss Bliss defeated Nikki Cross and Becky Lynch because of interference by Dakota Kai and Io Sky. According to Nielsen via Showbiz Daily, WWE Raw averaged 1.536 million viewers on the USA Network, even with the biggest superstars on the main card. This is a 7.91% decrease from the previous week's 1.668 million viewers for the post-Survivor Series War Games show. The first hour of this week's Red brand drew 1.748 million viewers, the second hour drew 1.596 million viewers, and the final hour drew 1.263 million viewers. Raw received a 0.41 rating in the key demographic of 18 to 49. This is a 2.50% increase over last week's key demo rating of 0.40. As per WrestleNomics, the 0.41 key demo rating represents 535,000 18 minutes 49 viewers, a 1.71% increase from the 526,000 18 minutes 49 viewers represented by last week's 0.40 key demo rating. Since her return to WWE programming after a hiatus, the man suffered her first defeat this week, costing her the Raw Women's Championship opportunity. Becky Lynch addressed the live audience and delivered a heartfelt message shortly after the episode went off the air on Monday. "I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for supporting me on my journey. I missed you guys so much, and there is no limit to what I would do to prove my love for you for everything that you've shown me. Everybody drive safe, get home," Lynch said. The former women's champion thanked the WWE Universe for their unwavering support throughout her journey. Lynch stated that she missed her fans, and that there was no limit to what she would do to appreciate them. What did you think of the latest episode of Monday Night Raw? Sound off in the comments section below. Drew McIntyre's return from injury update. Drew McIntyre was pulled from his upcoming challenge of the undisputed tag team titles as he revealed he was medically disqualified from competing. He has been replaced by Butch, aka Pete Dunne on SmackDown. There has been a surprising update about when he will return. The Scottish Warrior has been no stranger to injuries in recent years. He has had to go through multiple spells, although none have kept him out for a prolonged period. This has led some to speculate that McIntyre has been working through many niggling injuries, something that is common in the professional wrestling industry. Dave Meltzer provided an update on Wrestling Observer Radio, revealing that the unspecified injury that Drew McIntyre suffered won't keep him out for long, and he is expected to be back in a couple of weeks. No, he is injured. I was told an injury, but it's not from a first-hand source. But he's supposed to be back for the Christmas shows. So it's only a couple of weeks, I know that. The only thing I know is that he wanted to wrestle, and they wouldn't let him wrestle. It's not supposed to be a long-term thing, at least as it stands right now. This is undoubtedly good news, although it seems to be a sign that McIntyre could do with a prolonged period away from WWE television. Drew McIntyre is yet to reach the same heights that he did during the pandemic era in 2020, where he enjoyed 2 reigns as the WWE champion and was praised for his work carrying the company on his shoulders. There isn't any news about what WWE has planned for McIntyre on the road to WrestleMania 39. This year, he faced Baron Corbin at the grandest stage of them all, becoming the first superstar to kick out of the end of days finisher. Fans will be hoping that WWE has something bigger planned for him this year, and perhaps his storyline with Sheamus could pour into the WrestleMania season in 2023. Do you want to see McIntyre win his 3rd WWE title in 2023? Sound off in the comments below. Asuka unhappy in WWE. The latest tweet from Asuka has left many fans confused and concerned for the Empress of Tomorrow. Asuka has been a mainstay on WWE TV for quite a long time. Fans still remember and cherish her once undefeated streak that lasted a whopping 914 days and ended at WrestleMania 34. Her Twitter handle is well known for posting trolls and memes involving WWE superstars. That's why her latest tweet came out of the left field and concerned some fans. The former Raw Women's Champion mentioned she doesn't want respect from anyone. I don't want respect. I have never wanted to be respected. I don't care about that. I'm going to listen to the new Metallica song and go to bed. Asuka's tweet received several responses from concerned fans. A few minutes before this tweet, the WWE superstar responded to a tweet posted by the promotion. On last night's episode of WWE Raw, fans were treated to a triple threat match featuring the Empress of Tomorrow, Rhea Ripley, and Bayley. In the end, the role model came out victorious. WWE shared a tweet last night asking fans to pick the winner of the match. The former Raw Women's Champion has responded to the tweet, asking fans to choose anyone besides her. The Empress of Tomorrow will go down as one of the most successful female stars in history. She once recalled working hard toward achieving her goal of becoming a WWE superstar. I gave up on my dream once. I went to college, and after graduating from college, I started training. I couldn't give up on my dream. My friends gave me confidence. You can do it, you can do it. I called a wrestling company in Tokyo. I left my hometown of Osaka, Japan. Now I'm a WWE superstar. Don't give up on your dream. It goes without saying that the star is a guaranteed future WWE Hall of Famer. Here's hoping she's doing fine. What do you make of the tweet about not wanting respect? Sound off in the comments below. Solo Sikoa breaks silence after paying tribute to Umaga. The Bloodline Solo Sikoa went rampant on a recent episode of Monday Night Raw. Sikoa broke his silence via social media after the show as he paid tribute to the late Umaga. In September 2022, the Bloodline grew in number when NXT's Solo Sikoa showed up in Wales to help Roman Reigns beat Drew McIntyre in his home country for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Since then, Solo Sikoa has been the enforcer of the stable and has supported the champions and Sami Zayn on numerous occasions. Last night, he assisted the Usos in retaining their titles against Kevin Owens and Matt Riddle. However, after the match, Sikoa paid tribute to the late Umaga and performed a Samoan Spike, followed by a Samoan Wrecking Ball to Matt Riddle. Today, he took to Twitter to share a heartfelt message for the WWE Hall of Famer. They'll always remember you. #Enforcer. In 2009, Umaga was released from the company. Shortly after his release, he passed away due to a heart attack. Last year, the WWE Universe unraveled the debut of Solo Sikoa on WWE NXT. After winning several matches and making a name for himself on the brand, he defeated Carmelo Hayes for the North American Championships before making his main roster debut to join the Bloodline. Last month, the heel faction successfully defeated the Brawling Brutes, Kevin Owens, and Drew McIntyre War Games. On a recent episode of After the Bell, Corey Graves praised Solo Sikoa and compared him to the late WWE Hall of Famer Umaga. Give Solo a little bit more time. The guy is already beyond his years as far as in ring ability, and he grew up in this business. I said it not by accident during War Games on Saturday night. Solo and the way he moved, in his mannerisms, his reactions reminded me very much of Umaga. Last night, Solo Sikoa paid tribute to Umaga by brutally attacking Matt Riddle with all of the late superstars' finishing moves before sending Riddle on a stretcher. Do you think Solo Sikoa will be a world champion in the future? Sound off in the comments section below. Jey Uso will dethrone undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns' dominant run seemingly has no end in sight. The head of the table has a strong support system in the Bloodline. The Usos recently broke the New Day's record for longest reigning champions, but still acknowledge Roman as their tribal chief. However, there will come a time when that will no longer be the case, and perhaps Jay will finally decide to give Reigns the payback he deserves. Here are signs that Jey Uso will dethrone Roman Reigns and capture the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Jey Uso doesn't care what the undisputed WWE Universal Champion has to say. Sometimes in moments of frustration, a person will let the truth slip. Jey Uso and Sami Zayn finally became pals at WWE Survivor Series War Games, but it hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows in the bloodline. Roman instructed Sami and Jey to work out their differences on a recent edition of the Blue Brand. The honorary youths wanted to make peace and noted that the tribal chief instructed them to do so. Jey shouted that he didn't care what the head of the table had to say before quickly apologizing. It was a moment that fans haven't forgotten, so one has to think that it is still floating around in Reigns' head as well. Jey still secretly resents Sami Zayn and can use it to his advantage. Jey Uso had to go through hell to get into the bloodline, while all Sami Zayn had to do was stick around long enough to be accepted. It is quite obvious that the head of the table is a fan of Sami and trusts him. Roman called the master strategist into his locker room at WWE Survivor Series and asked him about why he lied to Jey. Zayn had spoken to Kevin Owens the night prior on SmackDown, and KO suggested that he betray the bloodline before they did the same to him. Sami lied to Uso's face about the conversation but told the truth to the tribal chief the next night at the premium live event. Jey and Sami may wind up in the Royal Rumble match at the same time. The bloodline members may work together for a bit, but it won't be long before Jey seizes the opportunity to launch Sami over the top rope. Jey Uso will do whatever it takes. Solo Sikoa is known as the enforcer of the bloodline, but Jey could very well lay claim to that moniker too. He is at the center of every bloodline attack and is willing to do whatever the tribal chief asks of him. If things were ever to go south with the bloodline, Roman would have to have his head on a swivel looking out for the cousin he helped turn into a monster. He's been waiting for the perfect time to get his revenge. The WWE Universe has become so captivated by Sami Zayn and his journey to acceptance in the bloodline that many have forgotten that Jey probably doesn't want to be there. Roman forced his cousin to acknowledge him at WWE Hell in a Cell 2020. The two WWE superstars battled in an I Quit match inside the steel structure. Reigns brutally attacked Jimmy Uso in order to force Jey to quit and acknowledge him. Jey did the right thing at the time, sparing his brother and advancing his career. But maybe he's ready to take revenge on Reigns for 2 years ago and challenge him for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me